What is up, YouTube? Will here, back again with another IdleOn account review. This time for Kenaryk, who is looking for some general information and areas of improvement. Everybody, 07s to YouTube. 07s to YouTube, everybody. You've done your mini-bosses. Looks like you got some claiming to do, but overall not too shabby. Your Siegebreaker is doing Ancient Golems and has skill efficiency. But let's get into the characters. Let's see. So it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna make a note here. Keep pushing towards Godshard tools, or not tools, but keep pushing towards Godshard gear. Like, obviously you're working on it. There's a few that you're missing out, but so far not too shabby. Just make some quick notes there. Not too bad at all. Cemented Obols.
Bananin 999 asked me, so it's time for Ken's review. What do you think about his actions involving a particular body part and ketchup? Ken's antics with body parts and ketchup are nothing short of a chaotic masterpiece. It's like a twisted culinary dance where anatomy meets condiment carnage. We're talking about the type of pandemonium that makes you question if ketchup was meant for burgers or for some surreal body painting extravaganza. It's wild, depraved, and downright hilarious. Ken's got a knack for turning the ordinary into a sideshow of utter bedlam.
That was cursed, and he had a stroke halfway through. Double check postbox, looks fine. Let's check Obols. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. And I would say you need to swap. You need to swap your pop set off of your Bubo who's in lab, and you need to put it on your guy who's doing Ancient Golems. Like, he's not actually benefiting from doing any of this catching. So you need to kind of swap around your Obols. It's there for Prince, right? But in his current active environment, because he's not doing Prince right now, you're missing out on gains. That's all I'm saying. Because you're going to do Prince, like, once. You mean on the V-Man? Or wait, what? Did you look at the wisdom on those Obols? Oh. Still, the drop chance is better. The drop chance is inherently better. Yes, you can get some additional agi, but drop chance is still inherently better. Really? Only 93? Your fishing power is surprisingly low for a statue. That's surprisingly low. Yeah, I mean, like, for a level, you're looking at 3K compared to, like, 100Ks on some of your higher ones. I'd say work on your Oceanman statue. Especially if you're going to, like, be working on your Prince. I'm looking at, like, genuinely speaking, like, your weaker ones, and it's kind of, like, weaker. I mean, trapping power is whatever, but still fairly low. Worship's getting there, but still fairly low. Yeah, comparative to like your core ones, like you got 281 on Lumber Bob, you've got 264 from mining. So the functionally speaking, like your fishing is technically your most neglected statue. So farm some more statues. Let's see, constellations, you're done. Vault. It's fine. How goes your apocalypses? Good. Grimoire. Nice. Nice. Actually, I need to do a double check. I want to see your base levels here. Yeah, it's done, so it's whatever. 15. What's your bone claim like a day? Like what are you looking at wise for bones? Yeah, bones per day. Also, Simpson, we're also multi-streaming on YouTube, so if you really want, you can go on YouTube and it's there. I would say some of your like more core tenants are required, but overall, like not too shabby. Yeah, I'm just thinking about like your core cost relative to your income. Nothing really to hyper focus there. I'm more curious on your Windwalker than anything else. I want to see your abominations. So you're working your way to World 6. Medallions? You're just missing. It's like the Coliseum ones, which is whatever. The event ones, mini bosses. Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, then you're basically cooked. If you've got no event spawns left, that's that. Initial costs. Overall, not too shabby at all. Some really nice leveled upgrades here. Obviously, there's areas for growth all over the place. That's just how it is with IdleOn games. But yeah, overall, I'd say very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. For damage? Ooh. Have you booked all your Windwalker talents to max already? Yes, okay. Well, in terms of what to farm, it really comes down to, like, what specifically is your goal? And that more or less determines where you need to pivot to for the sake of farming. So, primarily speaking, like, if your goal is to push out your core Tempest damage and your core Tempest, like, scaling, it's like, okay. What is feasibly the best map that I can be on to generate the dust I need? And if so, do I have a maxed upgraded set of rings? Do I have a maxed, or not necessarily maxed, I'd love if you had a maxed, but get your best bow, extra dust generation. It really comes down to specializing around it. So, do you have a decently upgraded dust bow and associated rings? Because that'll help farm out just more of your ability upgrades as well. Most bows are 3 out of 5. Yeah. I'd say just keep pressing your luck with trying to get that 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 bow, functionally speaking. Obviously, you want to run sets for different damage types if your goal is to keep pushing in for abomination, shit like that. Mobs in general. So, would definitely say if your area of focus is increasing your damage, it has to come from a, how to put it, a stronger focus of investment. Yeah, like, you, at this point, it's going to be a matter of more and more dust to invest more and more into abilities, and it's going to be heavily, heavily, heavily focusing around your weaponry and your rings. If your rings are good, that's great. But if your bows are still sitting at 3 out of 5, that's pretty bad. You want to push those out 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 if you can. Like, that's really going to give you more bang for your buck than sitting here and activating for several days, reinvesting into more percent damage and more crit and more accuracy and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's really what it comes down to. More or less your gear. And that it's been it's been refined to work. You know? Hopefully it'll give you some guidance. But, alright, let's do the remainder of the overview. Anvil looks fine. Forge, smelting away. Upgrades done. Bribes done. Stamps. 17.7k. Not a lick of purple to be seen anywhere. If I turn on gilded stamps, how do we look? I mean a fair amount of blue. You know, will be a good goal here. You know what? I think, especially given the limited on how many stamps you can upgrade with gilded, I would say push your stamp total to 18k. 18k. Owls at 20, okay. Obols, how we looking? Let's see. High pass threshold. Alright. So you just gotta finish up your remainder. Boop. Finish up your remaining bubbles. Cauldrons, they are fine. Huh. I feel like this is painful. Can we get a pray in the chat for Simpson, who, our poor comrade in arms, who lost all of his progress in alchemy. Let us pray for Simpson, who lost all of his progress in alchemy and can no longer attain the perfect 170 out of 170. On to vials. I mean, you're practically done. You obviously just have to deal with the other fuckers. Yeah. Finish up your vials. Sigils, are you done? It's true he is slacking. Sigil's done. Alright, let's see. Do. 9, okay. How's your prints looking? Are you reprinting often? Are you reprinting often, Ken? I reprinted last week. Okay. I suppose it's fine. Yeah. You're getting a fair amount of value out of the boost, so... yeah, better than most. Better than most. 0, 0, 0, 10, 10. Yeah, if you're keeping up with it, go for it. Primary looks fine. Atom Collider is... I mean, more or less done. Equinox. Forehead moment. What challenges are you left? 100 kills on all monsters in worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, there you go, Jen. Alright, let's see. Buildings-wise... Shrines are nearing completion too, looking good. Multi is 2.2 if you were under. Okay. Looks good on your Eclipse Skulls as well. How's your TD? Okay, dude. Come on. Come on, Ken. You know you can do better than that. That's stream content right there. You can become like a 24-hour streamers. You you just sit there and you just have your TD on stream for like 2 days. $170 citrine was seriously the best you could do? When was the last time you did citrine? When the timer was gone? Brother. Yeah, dude, you need to, you need to do your TD. You need to do your TD. Prayers-wise, prayers look good. Traps-wise... I had been doing my TD. Obviously not this weekend, but usually on the weekends before I go to bed, I set up my setup and I just let it auto. And then I claim it in the morning. So if I'm doing it, you don't have a fucking excuse. No, Citrine's on the list to do this week. Well, it was supposed to be this weekend, so it'll be next weekend. Yeah, looks like you got your traps you gotta get to claim in Reno. Nice, only 5 levels away after for Salt Lake, so that's looking good. Let's take a look at your cooking. 110, 110, 110, 110. Are there any guides for Worlds 4, 5, 6 for 200 plus? Like setups? Look at construction. Oh, yeah, you're fucking... yeah, look at that guy. Look, he's got XP. He's got 200 XP. Oh, never mind. He's complete fucking shit. Complete shit. I use the IdleOn guide sheet for the most part. And if I do struggle with setups, I'll tweak it. But, I mean, most of the guide sheets are built out for some pretty heavy waves. Or at least a lot of additional, like, you basically set it up and it's an AFK thing. But if you want to be 100% sure, does anybody know if the if Griffey has the updated one? Can you tell I cooked the fuck out of my construction? Definitely true, definitely true. Let me check Griffey's Discord, because he probably has a 100% updated one. Where the fuck's the index? There it is. Tower. And game tower defense. Yeah, so if you're in... I would recommend hopping over in Griffey's Discord. And he's got his own IdleOn index as well. With, like, full breakdowns on to do what. So, like, levels, setup, stuff like that. So if you're looking for pointers and how to get shit going in the right direction, this. From Pancake on Discord. Yep. Which those guys are from Pancake. So those are literally his configurations. They've just been reposted by Antho. So it's basically coming from the horse's mouth. So I would go there or take a look directly at Pancake stuff. But yeah, that'll help you out. Alright, but back to cooking. So I'm kind of like, I'm looking at cooking, and I know you're basically no meal left behinding right now, which is fine, except for the fact, like, dude, you still have cheap as fuck meals you could push out. 700, call it 800 ladles for a soda, 1.1k for a sushi roll, 1.5k for fucking bananas, 2k for a fucking pumpkin. If you're going to be sitting here and you're going to be doing no meal left behind, right? You should be pushing as 3 NC urchin, like, I don't have many ladles and Toolbox been jerking around in my account. Okay, so if you're confused about like what Toolbox has to say for it, round it up to the nearest 1,000 is what I've been doing. I've been rounding it up to about a nearest 1,000. For mine. That's the best way I've gotten it for Toolbox to calculate. So definitely though, you want to invest in your cooking. Give that a go, see if that works. Because that's why I did it for mine, and I basically I counted the same thing, I just did that. So refocus your cooking by using ladles on cheap meals. How's your breeding looking? "16 days of no input from no meal left behind to hunt and be out." There you go. Looks fine. Breeding's basically done. Lab-wise... No level 20 ribbons, shame. True. Why isn't everything 20 level rank 20 ribbons, huh? You're suboptimal. Suboptimal. Lab looked fine. Rift is practically done. Nice and juicy. 310 or 3100. Tome. Top 0.01%. Ooh. Hey, Damar. Everybody, look at you. Look at this. You got a VIP? Ooh. 0 jackpots in arcade. You know what it sounds like? You got to start spending your social security checks on arcade balls. That's what it sounds like, Ken. No, I do not. Yeah, overall, this is all fine. Yeah, just interesting metric. For a 39 ball roll, fucking nice, Squanchy. Sailing, done. Divinity, leveled and done. Looks good. Gaming, you're done. Yep. Whole. Okay. 29. I'm looking good. 360 hours on that. Huh, okay. Check the logbook for gaming. Yeah, just missing the primo rare one. As do we all. Oh yeah, look at that. You did get the fucking pine tree one. Yeah, okay, there you go. Special boy. Now go get the rest. It's fine. Lamp. 46 wishes a day. Hives at 25. Got him at 13. Go to sleep. No. Llama, I still gotta keep going. Justice. You dare show your face in the endgame council with this subpar trash? How dare you? So I'll game your PNG tubing, nobody will notice. Oh, chat will notice for sure. One thing I will say with jars is it looks like you still have room to potentially roll another Obol. You're basically fucked on getting a new collectible. So I wouldn't worry about it, but you could get an additional Opal out of your tall jar. That's at least one within a roll. So you could get that done if you really wanted to. Super fucked on collectible. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It's one of those whatever fucking donuts. Some looks good. Gambit. Female points. Okay. Temple. We're 26. Damn, bro. No nothing trophy? No Ultron boxer? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Looks like you gotta make some bags, too. You can suck me. Yeah, you're just missing a couple of things in Slab. Obviously not a huge metric because you're only missing a couple. And a good majority of these are either a pain in the ass or paid. So, yeah, checks out. Checks out. Let's head to farming. How's your ranks looking? Looks good. Sneaking wise, where you at? Ew, look at this filthy cheater. Filthy, filthy cheater. I use the weird ass farming spreadsheet. Yeah, it definitely shows. Definitely shows. Battles. Honestly, I would have expected you to be a little bit farther than 128. Then again, offside rules kind of just sucks mad ass, more or less, so that's believable. That's entirely believable. I tried to kick my shit in. Yeah, that's believable. No, that's, yeah. No, I get you. So, just kind of keep up on it. Beanstalk-wise, how we looking? Oh my god, golden cakes are incomplete! Oh my... I already know. I know you mentioned that you're working on golden cakes. It's just going to take time. Or golden bread. So, overall, good. Overall, good. Now, this is where I get really nitpicky. We're looking at your cards. You know what? You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad indeed. I would say finish up the 5-star carding of the World 6 mobs. But you've done the resources. Obviously, the pets and souls are kind of a different fucking thing. But you've done your core resources fairly decently. So, overall, not too shabby. Obviously, there's still room for improvement. The baseline I always recommend setting is pushing your cards to a 5-star minimum. That's like everything. Yeah, true, addicted, true. But, yeah, just, I'm going to make a note, but it's more of like a general overview of pushing everything to 5-star at minimum, rather than a hyper-specific, like, hey, you have to do resource cards, or hey, you have to do monsters, or whatever. It's just, in general, push all your cards to a 5-star minimum. Yeah, sure, if Cardifier is fucking or yeah, you want to do it, I don't fucking care. It just needs to be done. It just needs to be done. Oh, trust me, I remember, Fox. I remember. Now, that being said, I'm going to do your quick overview here. Let me know if you got any questions. So, top of the list, keep pushing towards your Godshard gear. Get that all finished up. Same with your Godshard tools. Swap around your Obols, especially between your Siegebreaker and Bubo. Like, come on, man. You can do a quick swap on that. It'll be better. Farm some more of your Oceanman statues. Like, it's the lowest level statue you have here. In general, I'd say do some statue farming, but focus on the lower level ones that you can afford to invest in to really get the most bang for their buck out of their Onyx form. In terms of stamps, I'd say pushing the total to 18k is super achievable for you. Obviously, you've just got to finish up your remaining bubbles in alchemy, which is not too bad. And same can be said about your vials, just finishing those up as well. On the worship side of things, you need to really work on your TD, so following the guides, pushing that shit out. I know it sucks, and it takes a long as fuck time, but once you do it, it'll be so much better. You need to refocus your cooking by using those ladles on those cheat meals, so you can actually get the most advantages out of no meal left behind, comparative to just sitting there waiting. Like, you could be saving yourself additional time and closer to getting full 110 on everything. Absolutely. And last but not least, as an overarching, you tell everybody with the 170 plus that, oh, fucking absolutely, go look at fucking reviews. You think I'm joking? I'm not. TD can be pushed. Absolutely can be pushed. It's a fucking metric. Yeah, just you wait. When Boats gets a fucking account review again, that motherfucker's better be working on his TD. In regards to your cards, pushing those to a 5-star minimum would be, you know, the overarching goal. Obviously, you've got to hyper-focus the specific ones, but you have a very, very solid baseline with a lot of them being 5-star already and 4-star subsequently, so overall, not too bad. Now, that being said, folks, if you like an account review yourself, you can check us out. We're live over on Twitch and YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you like an account review, we've got our Discord. Link is in the description below where you can request one. We got a channel set up there where you can drop that link with a short little blurb, and we're happy to get to it on stream. But until next time, folks, we will see you in the next video. Have a good one.